Kristin's question lesson session where you ask her a bunch of stuff.
What's poppin', Rosebuds? It's Kristin, and welcome to the new and improved Kristin's question lesson session. I am so excited to be back on YouTube. I'm so excited to be sharing my life again with you guys, and it's gonna be a fun journey. Pretty much what you're gonna see from me is 3 videos a week. You're going to get a Kristin's question lesson session on Mondays, a cover video every Wednesday, and some sort of random video on a Friday, whether it be a vlog or a challenge or just something really stupid. So stay tuned for all of those. Follow me on Twitter at KRoseMusic. It's also my name on Instagram, and like me on Facebook, Kristin Rose. And this is gonna be a lot of fun. Thank you for your signs, thank you for your questions. I do have a P.O. box. I'm gonna put it in the description below where you can send your signs. You can also send your questions handwritten. Send me letters, ask me advice. I will 100% write you back as long as you include your address. So make sure you do that. Pretty much how the new Kristin's question lesson session is gonna work is I want to kind of help you guys out instead of just making the video all about me and me answering questions. So pretty much the first half of the show is gonna be, you know, the same as all the old videos. You're gonna ask me questions. It's about myself. It can be silly, it can be fun, whatever. I'll answer whatever you guys throw at me. Then the second half, we're gonna have a topic every week. You guys can ask me advice on that topic, get a little bit serious, and then we'll bring back the giggles later. So this week's topic was suggested by Magic FNC on Twitter, and he wanted us to talk about depression and kind of get that going. I know I made videos about depression on my last YouTube page, Kristin Baby Cakes, which was actually deleted. I think the page is still there, but all my videos were deleted because hackers suck. I figured what best than to get a topic that's a little near and dear. So, yeah, let's get started. First question, 5 things that no one knows about you. I don't know why this is the first thing that pops into my head. I have giant feet. And I don't know why this is the first thing I think of, but I totally do. And I'm not gonna tell you what size it is, because y'all are gonna make fun of me. It's not a 9, actually. I think the second thing that people don't really know about me is that I can actually beatbox really well, and I've been doing it since I was like 7. And no one really knows that I can do that, because I usually don't do it and haven't done it in like any videos. The third thing people probably don't know about me is that I graduated high school a year early. I actually graduated high school when I was 16. So, I don't think anyone really knows that. Unless you do, then good job. The fourth thing that people probably don't know about me is that when I'm not on camera and I'm not like hanging out with people, I dress like a man. And I know like only my close family and friends know that, but when I go shopping for just like casual hangout clothes, I buy boy sweatpants and boy sweatshirts and all boy clothes, and I wear hats backwards, and I really think that I'm a man. I guess the fifth thing that people don't really know about me is that I'm the biggest slob, but like clutter really bothers me. Question number 2 is, do you have any hidden talents? I guess besides like the beatboxing that I mentioned before, is I can like wiggle my ears. Is that weird? Should I do it? I don't know if you can see. Yeah. The third question is, what is some relationship advice? And my only advice to you, if you're a woman, do not date a boy who plays guitar, because every guy I have dated has played the guitar, and I'm stopping there. Alright, the fourth question is, who are some of your closest friends? And I know that you guys see like an array of people all over my social media, and it has changed so much throughout the years. From like the beginning of Friday Night Cranks, I had like one group of best friends, and then in the late Friday Night Cranks years, I had a completely different group of friends, and now I am back and out of nowhere and have a literally completely different group of friends. Pretty much my closest friends you guys have seen are Jason and Serena, and Chris and Vicky, and Alexa and Sabrina, and all the people that you see all over my social media. So if I forgot anyone, I'm so sorry, and I didn't mean to. But you know who you are, and I love you guys. Question number 5 is, do you have a role model? And I do. Musically, my role model is probably Taylor Swift. Just the way she writes, and the way she presents herself, and the way she treats people, and she's just an amazing person. So, you know, musically and career-wise, Taylor Swift, 100%. When it comes to a person who just inspires me to be a good person every day, my role model would totally have to be my grandpa. His name is Joe, and we all call him Saint Joe, and he is just the greatest person you'll ever meet in your life, and is just so caring and kind and amazing, and I miss him so much because he's in South Carolina. I don't get to see him all the time. But Grandpa, I love you. And yeah. Next question, why am I numbering it? You don't need to know the numbers. The next question is, who are your celebrity crushes? And I have a million. Jake Miller, for sure. Beautiful boy. Aaron Paul from Breaking Bad. I don't know why, but he is. Probably every Brooks brother from the Janoskians. And Ariana Grande. Next question is, who are some of your favorite artists? And I can honestly go on and on forever, and it's a wide array of artists, but have to be Taylor Swift, Ariana Grande, Nicki Minaj, 5 Seconds of Summer, Meghan Trainor. Who am I listening to all the time?
Jake Miller.
Jake Miller. Iggy Azalea. And bands like Shinedown and Godsmack and Slipknot, and then it goes to bands like
Nickelback.
No. It's like Billy Joel and Frank Sinatra and just, I can't.
You're a
It goes on and
clusterfuck.
on. I am a clusterfuck. Number 8 is, what are some of your most embarrassing moments? I could go on forever. Probably every broken bone I've had, because I've always broken it in front of people, like a spaz. Like when I tripped over a bag of grass and broke my hand. One time I was at a party and I went to put my phone in my pocket and was wearing baggy sweatpants like a man. We were all in the kitchen. I went to open the fridge and I put my phone in my pocket and my pants fell down in the middle of the kitchen. So that was pretty embarrassing. Next question is, are you single? Yes. And the last question I'm going to answer today is, what is your biggest career goal at this point? You know, you guys, I'm working on my music, and I think as of right now, my biggest point is probably to drop an album by the end of the year. And it's a really big goal to have, but I'm sticking to it, and I'm going to try my hardest, and if not, then you'll get it sometime early next year. What is that sound? Alright, so the next section of the show, like I said, is going to be kind of like an advice column, and I'll give you guys a topic on Twitter every week, usually before Monday, because I shoot these before Monday. So check out my Twitter and make sure you look for the Kristin's Question Lesson Session topic of the week. So this week's topic is going to be depression, like I said, which was requested by Magic FNC on Twitter. So thank you for your suggestion. And here were some of your questions. So the first question is plain and simple, do you have any advice for someone with depression? I guess my biggest advice to anyone out there is probably, it's gonna get better. And I know that is the last thing you want to hear, and I know that it sounds so cliche, and you're like, you're full of shit, but I promise you it will get better, and I promise you that you're not alone. And those are probably the two most important things that you can say to somebody who is struggling with depression is, it is going to get better and you aren't alone, because I promise you you're not alone. And I know it feels like you're alone, and it feels like you're going crazy and you're out of your mind and that no one understands, but I understand 100%. I have it myself. I was diagnosed when I was 13, and I completely understand what you're going through. A lot of you guys emailed me. I used to have an email account, and then that was hacked, unfortunately. So I am, like I said, gonna make an email for my advice column, and I'll email you guys back, or write me letters to my P.O. box, and I will 100% write you back, give you guys some advice on that. If you do have depression and you are upset and you feel like you have no one to go to, I said this in one of my last videos, always have me, and I'll always write you back, and I'll always answer you. So please, if you need to talk to somebody, come talk to me, or get some help and talk to a professional, or talk to a friend, or just let it out, because holding it in isn't gonna make you feel any better. Another question was, how do you tell your friends that you have or that you had depression? I mean, you don't have to tell your friends. It's not something that you have to share with somebody. But if you do want to talk to your friends about it, I definitely, suggest maybe just sitting them down and just saying, hey, look, I have a lot going on right now. I just need somebody to talk to, and just explain it to them. If they're that close of a friend that you feel you can confide that secret to somebody, then they're totally gonna understand. I don't think you have to, beat around the bush and try to explain it. I think they'll totally get it, and, it's nothing to be ashamed of. It's nothing that makes you less than anybody else. It doesn't make you different. It doesn't make you broken. It's just something that, some people have to deal with. It's a chemical imbalance. You aren't crazy. You aren't out of your mind. You know, you aren't a terrible person. It's not like you're being punished. It's just the way that you are. It's just the way that you were created, and there's nothing wrong with you, and I don't think anyone would ever judge you for that. So if you have a friend that you want to tell, you know, just tell them. Just tell them flat out exactly how you're feeling, exactly what happened, and I'm sure that if you have a friend that close, they'll totally understand and have your back. Alright, this next question is, what is your advice on making people with depression feel loved even when they ignore those actions? Does that make any sense? It totally makes sense. I get what you're saying. It's, you know, pretty much if you have a friend with depression and you're trying to make them feel loved, but they're just ignoring everything that you're doing to try and help. Got it. Pretty much, if that happens, you have to let them accept it at their own time. It's not that they're trying to be mean. It's not that they're trying to diss you and they don't want your help. But trust me, every nice thing that you say and every compliment you give definitely goes a long way. Even if they are ignoring it, or if they're not listening, or they just don't know how to accept it, just keep giving love. Keep giving love. I can't even say that enough. If you do have a friend who's struggling, just always have their back and just always remind them how much you love them, and even if they don't acknowledge it, it does mean a lot and they are thinking about it, so keep that going. And the last question I'm going to answer today is, how do you continue to stay positive? Pretty much if you do have depression, the best thing you can do is keep yourself busy. The worst thing you can do is isolate yourself and get lost in your thoughts and get lost just in yourself. And, you know, really the best thing you can do is surround yourself with beautiful people, with positive people who make you feel good and you have fun with and you can laugh with, and just keep yourself busy. I mean, you will get tired and exhausted, but I know with depression comes that insomnia and that racing of your mind, and it's hard to sleep. So if you're keeping yourself busy and you're staying positive and you're surrounded by positive people who want to help you, you know, you're always bound to have just a good day, and you're always bound to be exhausted by the end of the day and just pass out. And, you know, my biggest thing is just keep going, keep yourself motivated, and don't let anything or anyone tear you down, because nobody is worth it. Thank you guys so much for joining me on the new and improved Kristin's Question lesson session. Again, stay tuned for my first music video coming out this Wednesday. It is a cover of Ariana Grande's Problem, so stay tuned for that. I am so excited about it. I made a video with all my friends and everyone was so awesome and incredible. And again, thank you guys so much for all your love and support. This past year has been completely insane and life-changing and ridiculous in every sense of the word. And thank you to all of you who have stuck by me and who keep supporting me every single day. Here's to a new chapter, here's to a new YouTube page, and I'm so excited to share this with you guys. So thank you so much for joining me, and Rosebuds, I'll smell you later.